Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and today I wanted to talk about Sunnybrook Plaza. Sunnybrook Plaza was the first outdoor plaza in all of Canada. 1952 it was built, and now as you can see it's boarded up. It's going to be redeveloped. This is Bayview and Avenue. This is Leaside, and Leaside, in my opinion, is one of the most under the radar areas in terms of development in a residential area. Now as I turn this way, excuse the sun, you can see cranes in the sky over there on Bayview building a rental building. You can see a crane in the sky over here building the LRT. You can see two cranes in the background there over by the Metro. Metro used to be Dominion, and there used to be a McDonald's where the LRT is. Yeah, I've been going there since the 80s. When I won the Year of Cheer in 1988, my mother had to eat a Big Mac every single Tuesday after swimming to get her money's worth. Folks, it sounds like I'm about to get nostalgic. Yeah, McDonald's. They had pizza. Remember that? 1994, grade 9, lunch. And this is where I got my hair cut. Lamont's Barbershop, Leo. His shop was on Eglinton. It burned down in the 80s. And he moved in here until RioCan tripled his rent when they bought this thing, and he moved out. Yes, I know, folks, you want to know what is going to be built here, but you have to indulge me first. Let me just reminisce a little bit. You see the big flagship building over here? That was Rexall, right? Pharma Plus. But back in the day, it was Consumers Distributing. That was like Amazon 30 years ago. There was no storefront. You just had a magazine, and everything in it had a little code. So you'd go there, and you'd take your piece of paper and golf pencil and write down the page and the number, and someone would bring out your G.I. Joe man. Because me and Jeff went there every Friday for a year and bought a G.I. Joe man with our allowance. See right next to it, right here? That was Home Hardware. Yeah, before Home Depot existed. Imagine going there and getting everything you ever needed. Well, that's what we did back in the day. See over here? That was Radio Shack. Yes, Radio Shack. Before Best Buy, before Future Shop, and, before we started buying everything online. Yes, I bought my first joystick there. My grandmother said, I don't want to hear about your joystick. Over here was Blacks. Remember Blacks? Remember when we'd go get photos developed? Before, kids today, they take 38 photos and delete 37 of them, find the one they like. We used to go there and hand over our film. And then somebody would develop it for us, and 10 days later, we would come back and get it. I had my first Subway sandwich right there, and gosh darn it if that thing isn't still there. Like, probably 28 years later. And in the very corner over there was a Max Milk. Max Milk, and I probably think it switched between that and Hasty Market and 7-Eleven or something like that over the years. But that was where I got my first magazine, if you catch my drift. Yeah, I was 13. I had a friend who was 6'4". I gave him the money and put him up to it. I was a kid. That's what kids do. Anyways, folks, there's a lot of memories in here for me as a kid growing up in Leaside. I could go on, but I think you get the drift. Every single one of these storefronts has a memory for me. From the mid-'80s, pretty much until 5-6 years ago, when this thing started closing down. This sushi place right here, this was actually the Sunnybrook restaurant. It had been there for, 30, 40 years. I only ever went there once. My friend said that he went there every single Sunday with his girlfriend for like 10 years. So if I have memories of this place, and I was born in 1980, think of the folks that have been around since this opened in 52. Think of the lifelong Leasiders and how many memories they have. And I understand your area, wherever you live, there are all kinds of memories, and areas come and go. But I cannot believe the very first outdoor plaza in Canada is about to go. They're going to do 2 buildings here, and I'll give you some info on it. But thanks for indulging me today. I wanted to share. And these cranes in the sky, honestly, these are the first of many, in my opinion, in the Leaside area.